Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house. And today I'm in the house with the Synapse second generation by Vero Knives. Here with me for a review, and we're gonna analyze the look, the sound and the feel of this bad boy. But hey, don't forget to like the video and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are liking this kind of stuff that I'm bringing to you, because it's a huge help. And yeah, it's what keeps me going on and cranking these videos out for you guys. So let's check this guy, look, sound and feel, but let's start with the look. And this is the size. This guy is going to be 7.8 inches overall in length, 3-inch long cutting edge. You're gonna get a 4.2 inches long overall handle length, and in centimeters this guy is gonna be 18.5, 7.5 inch long cutting edge, and 10.5 centimeters in the handle length. So just quickly, let's check some options. Right over here, you've got Ontario Rad number 2 and the Ontario Rad number 1, and you can see that these guys are pretty much the same size. Not, of course, like the one is like a beast compared to that. Maybe you've got a mini bug out hanging around from Benchmade, and oops, you're gonna see that that's a little bit smaller than that, and you can check actually that the bug out from Benchmade is kind of like the same size of that. How cool is that? Pretty much the same right there. If you have a Spyraco Para 3, there you have it. Also, same size, like very different handle to blade ratio. Or maybe you like bigger knives and you have a Paramilitary 2, and boom, there you have it to check it out up against that bad boy. Maybe you've got Chris Reeve Knives large Sebenza hanging around, and here's your boy. Or maybe you have a small Sebenza and you want to check how this guy's making up against that, and there you have it. So pretty much a little bit bigger than that in between option for these two Chris Reeve knives. Let me show you just another couple here. You've got Sienkiewicz Shirogorov collaboration Kami flipper, and this is your Koenig Knives Arius style 55, and this guy is kind of like smaller than those two options. Let me show you just another two, because I really love these guys. Shirogorov Custom Division NL Neon, and of course the king Shirogorov Custom Division F3 and S in the house. So, oh, actually we just got this bad boy here, so that's the Vero Axon, and you can also appreciate how this guy is bigger than the Synapse. So let's just quickly check this boy over here. That's Vero Engineering Synapse Generation 2 bolster lock, micarta. It's a $500 knife at least, made in China. I really think this guy is made by Bestech, and the overall look, it's really, really cool. Nice lines, I have to say. The design is really cool. Nice drop point blade. I mean, it's nicely balanced. It's a good one. It reminds me of this guy over here, which is a front flipper. That's a custom 520 by Philippe Georget. Of course, this design came earlier than that one, so but I see some similarities here. This is on another level. Don't get me wrong, this is a very cool knife, but this fifth here is just on another planet. But the overall look, I was saying, is really good. I like it. I like the lines. I like the chamfers on these two sides matching on the other side. I like this side very much. I appreciate a lot the flipper tab positioning right over here. Can't really do much like a push button like this, because the thumb is gonna, you see, if you leave the thumb like that, it's just gonna hit like against your sorry, not thumb, sorry, your index. But if you do a light switch, oof, it's snappy, guys. Really, really cool indeed. Just move the finger away and this guy is gonna snap open beautifully. So the look is fantastic. You've got natural micarta scales, which are gonna absorb the oil of your hands, and then they're gonna change a little bit color. You can use some mineral oil as well to have them evened out and get rid of this whiteness here, but they're gonna just come back as they dry out. Here you have titanium bolsters, which are, you see, like just one solid chunk up to the end. So kind of like liners, but these are, you know, it's like a bolster lock, and it's titanium. You've got this nice chamfering in and out, so you have internal chamfering. There is no internal skeletonization, so no weight reduction from these scales, which are pretty thin, so I understand what's going on. You have a wide finger groove, which is gonna allocate 2 of your fingers like that, as you can see, like that. It's gonna be pretty good. Right there, you've got titanium backspacer, nicely done, flush. There is like some chamfer, you see, which is creating these little 2 grooves alongside the backspacer. There is no lanyard hole option in this one, and the tip of the blade is safely recessed. You're not going to be able to snag your fingertip. Blade is, I would say, yeah, maybe tiny bit favoring this side, but not that crazy. Kind of like, yeah, just a tiny bit off center, but not too bad. You've got a very simple construction. You've got 2 screws here, of course, to remove the scale. You got another screw underneath, and you've got 1 pivot, so T8 torque speed screw, and you're done. You can also check my maintenance video if you want to know how to take this guy apart and take care of this guy. You've got, of course, a stainless steel lock face insert, because this is titanium and would create some lock stick up against the tang of the blade. So you've got a nice option to just eliminate that. Of course, you've got an over-traveled stop bar, which is integrated in the stainless steel lock face insert. As well, you've got, of course, the scale, which is gonna just completely not allow you to overextend the lock bar, so you are safe 100% in that department. Then you've got I don't know if you can see, maybe right from this side, you've got a detent ball ramp right over there, which is gonna ease the transitioning of the blade into the closed position. Really, really nicely done. I appreciate that as well. You've got let me see from this side. You don't see any lock bar relief, because this is that thin liner and it just bent inward. So very, very interesting as well. You've got a titanium tip-up carry only, stone washed, matching the Bolster pocket clip, not reversible. It's just gonna stay on this side. Not really deep carry, because this much of the knife is gonna be sticking out of your pocket, but yeah, it's just there. Blade is a gorgeously done hand rubbed satin, flat grind, drop point, nice jimping going on. You see there's like a dual tone in the jimping. The grooves have been kind of like vapor blast, or like has a different finish. They're not satin as the spine. Nice positioning of the logo on the spine of the blade. I love that. It leaves the blade absolutely clean looking. Nice wedge going on, 20 to 25%, maybe 30% belly, straight edge up to the sharpening choil. Not really a finger choil. Yeah, I mean, no, don't do it. On the other side, you have nothing, sterile looking blade, but you have this groove here, which is gonna allow you to do, of course, like your spidey flick like that with your middle finger, and as a blasted finish. So to create a little bit of contrast going on with the hand rub flats and the main hand rub main bevel, primary bevel of this blade. Beautiful plunge grind as well. You've got some chamfering going on around here, and this guy just shows how thin behind the edge this blade is. Actually, let's just quickly check. Stock thickness on this one is going to be 0.139 inches, and right over here, let me see, like if I can snag it at the end, 0.015 inches. So pretty thin behind the edge. Absolutely great job done with the grinding for this blade. The sound also is really peculiar. Nice and unique sound. I love it. Deep cluck, a nice clink, beautiful, elegant. It's very solid, very nice. It translates into quality to my ears. It's kind of like deep. This is mellow, kind of like subdued, but this, oof, I love it. Really, really cool sound, cluck. Very, very pleasant to the ear. Let's just quickly check the weight on this little guy, because even if there's no internal skeletonization going on, the weight overall, it's pretty contained at 3.4 ounces. So pretty much good to go for the summer. If you have shorts, just toss this guy in and you're gonna be a happy camper. if you squeeze the knife, I get a couple of hot spots. One is from the clip over here, and the other one is like here from this corner, which is actually a little bit sharp. The second nitpick that I have is this area here, which I believe it would need a little bit more of attention, because it's kind of like small, and you can kind of like snag some of the meat of your thumb, like in this gap over here, as you try to disengage the lock bar. I mean, it's not a big deal, but just a little bit more area cut out here, it would have been perfect in my opinion. But still, you can just angle your thumb and you can easily do it. But, you know, if you try to do like that, you might be slippery, or you might just, you know, clip some of the meat of your thumb right there. Not a biggie, but it's something that would need maybe a little bit more attention. You can also do kind of like a reverse grip. There's not much handle sticking out for me because I have big hands, but yeah, still is gonna do it. I still prefer to do like a little bit more advanced grip like that, taking advantage of this jimping, and use like the finger groove with my 2 fingers like that, and it's gonna be pretty much good to go. It's a nicely balanced knife, solid, 100%, no flex. The backspacer is doing a good job in giving rigidity to the structure. You've got some nice texture going on, of course, on the micarta, which is gonna give you some grip to your purchase when you squeeze the blade. Yeah, it's not slippery, and fit and finish, I have to say, it's outstanding. There's nothing wrong with this guy. Pretty much flush. You have maybe a little bit of gap here, but we are, come on, we are nitpicking. Everything is absolutely flush. Check this out. Very well done. Everything is in place. There's no rattling, there's no blade play up and down. There's the flipper tab is really well designed. If you do a light switch, it's 100% reliable. If you do a push button, no, you see, it's not gonna work, because your finger is just gonna stop here, and the blade it's just gonna hit your finger. So just stick with the light switch and you're gonna be good to go. Of course, there's no lock stick because of the stainless steel lock face insert. You've got a nice feel to the clip, I have to say. Good clip ramp, good clip retention. There is a hotspot created by this one, so keep that in mind. It's not a huge deal, but still, it's there. This guy is running on bearings, and the action is just pleasant, really smooth. Opening is fast, closing is just like that. It's very, very good. Like, really, really a good action indeed. And you see, you can even do like this kind of thing like that. You can have a fast closing option as well, because the bearings are working pretty well. The detent is fantastic on this one. It's probably my favorite thing, I have to say. Really nicely dialed in. I love how snappy this action is, for sure. Of course, you've got free fall effect as soon as you disengage the lock bar like that. Keep it in vertical position and you have the guillotine effect. So really, really good action. Detent is fantastic on this one. I mean, the look is really cool. The feel is, there's a little bit of hot spots there and there, but it sounds amazing and the action is so good. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.